Well. Go ahead and call this the Forrest Job Book Club, where we read. Try to say that 5 times fast. Where we read through Forrest's work. Um, right now, we have a copy of Type Thoughts Volume One, which can be found on Amazon. Um, as well, if you want it on Kindle, it's on there too. I need to break down and do the Audible so I can get some more spins. But yeah, you can also find Type Thoughts Volume 2, which is also on Amazon and Kindle. I need to order some copies so I can, send out some signed copies. And, you know, it's just nice to have a copy of your work around the house. There are different versions of Type Thoughts out there because I was like editing shit and adding shit to the last minute, kind of like Kanye, The Life of Pablo. Of course, on this one, gotta put the Cash App at the top. You never know. You never know. I haven't got anybody to send me a Cash App yet, but we will see. Also, my Twitter is on there, Forrest_Job. Instagram, Forrest.Job. OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/ForrestJob. Audio, Ebony audio porn. Also, my podcast, which I need to update, is the Forrest Job podcast. Also, the YouTube channel, which this is on. And if you want to email me, fucking ForrestJob, the number 2 at gmail.com. So, go ahead and get into the book. As we have here, I like to have a scripture from the book of Job. It's where I picked part of my name from. Forrest from Forrest Gump, and then Job from the Bible. I have this scripture. Then the Lord spoke to Job out of the storm. Job 38:1. To my little bro, I hope you find the peace you're searching for. There's another version where I'm like, hey, little bro, I love you. I'll shoot a motherfucker for your ass because that's how much I love you. But then me and him got into a little, we got into a little brother spat, little sibling spat or whatever. It was it was funny, fucking motherfucker losing our feelings and shit. And then I got mad and I was like, oh, I'll show you. Then I changed the dedication. I was like, to my little bro, oh, you're not at peace. So I hope you find some peace. Some fucking petty shit, I swear. It's fucking terrible. I love you, little bro. Man, you watch this, like, I know I can be petty. I know I can be childish sometimes. But, like, I love you and it's real. Ooh, sheesh. I need some water. I don't know. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start out with, these dates. I try to be all fucking fancy and shit. So, November 16th, 2015. Okay, all right. Just making sure that was. So it was 11/16/2015. Excuse me. I know nothing about being a Dom. Up until very recently, I had no interest in being one. A while back, previous sexual partner of mine suggested that I read 50 Shades of Grey. It was horribly written, and it couldn't get past the first chapter. The movie was just as bad. I got nothing out of it. Other people that are into the lifestyle said that the book movie is a bad representation of it. I think people that are into vanilla sex were turned on by them, but they did nothing for me. As much as I would like to think that I am pretty liberal about my sexuality, I think that I am very limited, even after multiple sexual partners, threesomes, watching others engaging in sex and feeling like there is more. At first, I thought that the lifestyle was weird and something that I would be into, so I brushed it off. Okay, all right, so, man, that was a lot in like a page and whatever. But I guess I need to go back. I was working on I think I was like maybe midway through grad school, and my brother had put out a book. I think he had put out 2 books. No, he put out 1 book. And I was like, oh shit. And I had always kind of thought about writing a book, but I didn't know what it was going to be about. I just didn't know. And then I just started writing about my time from, I think, going into the army. I think that's where I started. And I was kind of writing, I was writing. And I had a conversation with my little bro, and he was like, hey, you sound like you got two books. So I was like, yeah, I do. I could write a book of random stories from my life. And then the other book can be about my time in the military and transitioning out. Um, and so as I was writing the one about the random stories about my life, I was like, this is taking way too long. So I was all like, then I looked at my journal, and I had like 300 pages worth of content of shit. I wish I would have journaled at earlier points in my life and different points in my life. But like this time is um, right when I'm in a relationship with, I'm in a serious relationship. This is my first like serious relationship after marriage. I was legally married for 11 years, but we was more together like four and change. And we were separated for, me and my ex-wife were separated for a long time. And then finally got divorced in October of 2012. Yeah. And then I ended up in a relationship with a young lady um, from Tuskegee, Alabama, and she was like 2000, whenever that dates were. You already knew. So um, she was more of the free spirit, and I wasn't there yet. Like it's crazy. Like I thought had done a lot, but I was like, oh shit, there's more. There's levels to this fucking king shit. But anyways, all right. So let's kind of keep it moving. Um, Let me see. Where I can't pinpoint exactly what caused me to have a strong interest in it lately. Strong to the point where I'm reading blogs, articles about it, even ordering books. The book Push the Button. I try to take the easy way out and ask beep. That's the ex's name. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna use for that in here, like a beep or whatever. Um, the woman I would like to be my sub about the lifestyle just told me to do my research. By doing my own research, I think that I will develop a better understanding of it. I do not think dominance is a negative form of control or patriarchy. I think that to be a dom, one has to be able to accept the things that come with the sub handing over their complete trust. This may be a lot to handle for most people. All right. I feel that it's something that would free myself of the lies and bad habits that I developed from childhood and previous relationships. I am looking into being a dom because with honesty comes freedom. Freedom is a beautiful thing. The lifestyle will allow me to learn things about myself that I did not know before. I have not been completely honest with others in my life because I was afraid of the consequences. Being dom, in my opinion, will allow me to see honestly really is, even if it's something that I don't want to hear. My struggle with honesty may stunt my growth during the process. I never had an open and honest relationship with my parents because a good majority of the time the discipline that I received was physical. Physical to the point where I feared my parents, mainly my dad. I would fabricate lies to get out of being punished. My ability to communicate was inhibited because all I did was tell my parents what they wanted to hear. This carried over into my future relationships. Being honest is a requirement of being a dom, and I think this is something that I will struggle with. Also, my history of abuse with my ex-wife might make me think twice about performing certain acts with my sub. Fortunately, beep is not into paddles or flogging. My experience as a leader in the army makes me think that I would be able suited to be a dom. I have no problem giving orders and issuing punishment. If those orders are not followed, I also think I would be suited to be a dom because a dom isn't all about sex. It can be a part of it, but it is not the sole purpose of dominance. Too many times I have made bad decisions that ended up in toxic relationships based on sexual desires. I also look to sex to feed my craving for attention, the attention that I didn't get from my parents. I plan on doing more research about being a dom and hope to learn more. I would document this journey as well as the things that I have learned to see how much growth there is. Okay. All right. So, I hope all that came through because the little, you know, iPhone when you get low on battery, shit came on. I was like, oh shit. Okay. All right. So that kind of gave you a little bit of a understanding that, like, to getting my ass beat, I had to formulate these lies and shit. And then so I didn't like confrontation and, so like it's not easy to tell, especially your partner, the truth. That's why, I say that's what, they've got psychedelic therapy now. You can, take ecstasy and you and your partner can tell each other how y'all really feel about each other without really hurting each other. Or you might need to like hit that motherfucker with a bean bag or something. I don't know. Just get that anger out. I wonder if my ex has read these books, like, because I internalized a lot of shit, and then of course wrote it down. And it's always funny because it's like I don't try to make these women I date part of these stories, but somehow it just ends up being that way. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and wrap up that section. We'll get a little bit deeper into the passage after that.